Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Secret of Retropolis VR review. This is a noir VR adventure where you become a drunk robot detective. So let's just get right to it. What is the Secret of Retropolis? The Secret of Retropolis is a VR narrative adventure game. It blends classic point-and-click adventure with a crazy, wacky, futuristic storyline. You play as Philip, a robot who was a former police officer, now turned private eye. In typical cliche fashion, a lady robot walks into your office and needs help. You need help paying the rent, so of course you take on the case. Then it's off to adventure. Who makes The Secret of Retropolis? The Secret of Retropolis is made by an indie developer group called Peanut Button. Peanut Button is actually three guy friends who created this entire VR game in their basement. No, seriously, here's a photo of the guys. They've created a few other VR experiences, but The Secret of Retropolis is their major release. Which VR headsets is The Secret of Retropolis available on? Well, The Secret of Retropolis is currently available on Steam VR, Oculus Rift, and Oculus Quest 2. The Secret of Retropolis is part game, part movie-like experience. You will appear in different locations and meet various characters in interactive environments. Objects and characters you can interact with will be highlighted when you move your VR controller over them. It is an enjoyable experience to hear what Philip the robot thinks about the stuff going on around him. There is also a bit of mystery to work through and solve. As with all mysteries, you'll be trying to figure out exactly what is going on. Nothing is too complicated here in terms of the puzzles. There is just a small amount of challenges that you need to figure out with the dialogue, and there's only a limited number of items in the room available to interact with. It's even pretty cliche at times. All of it was still very amusing, though. I want to highlight a few VR special moments that I found were exceptionally well done, with no spoilers to the actual gameplay. There is a moment when you first start the game and you can see yourself in a mirror. Anyone who has ever played VR chat knows that seeing yourself in a mirror in VR makes you feel very immersive in the experience. You also have a moment when the game starts where the retro viewfinder floats onto your head, which is pretty neat. Finally, at the end credits, you can pick up a screw on the table, which is a smoke in this universe, and it's pretty fun to sit there and smoke a screw, even for a non-smoker. It's just little touches like these that kick your VR immersion up a few notches. I think it was really well done. The voice acting and some very funny dialogue. These characters will have a certain amount of dialogue options for you to choose from. The voice acting and character lines are one of the highlights of the game to me. The developers went above and beyond to create some pretty witty and funny options for you to choose through. In order to get to the next part of the story, you're going to need to figure out what you need to do in the current scene, and you can safely pick through several of the choices to actually experience them all in pretty much most circumstances. I smirked many times playing this game based on this dialogue. The art style in The Secret of Retropolis is really quite different and artistic. It's pretty clear that the team was not shooting for perfect, realistic AAA blockbuster graphics, and instead chose cartoonish, even purposely bad or strange at time graphics to make a different kind of retro-feeling VR world. This is not a bad thing in my opinion. It definitely had an old-school feel to it, bringing up thoughts of classic, equally bad graphic point-and-click adventure games. Considering retro is part of the title of the game, I'm pretty sure that's what the team is going for. The Secret of Retropolis is rated T for teens. There are fantasy themes as well as mild blood, suggestive themes, alcohol, and tobacco. Anyone who enjoys adventure games with classic puzzle-solving elements, really witty fun dialogue, and storyline will really enjoy this game. The Secret of Retropolis is similar to old-school classic point-and-click adventures like Maniac Mansion or Secret of Monkey Island. They use a similar type of off-the-wall, over-the-top humor. Some similar VR games would be Sam & Max, Madrid Noir, and Flow Weaver. How long is The Secret of Retropolis? I played this entire game in about an hour. It is a pretty short game. The puzzles are not overly difficult and usually just require you to think outside of the box or click around a little bit. It seems like the developers could add additional chapters to the series in the future, and I hope that they do. Can you play The Secret of Retropolis sitting down? Yes, The Secret of Retropolis is only played sitting down. The initial screen will require that you sit down to play and adjust your play area. If you move too far outside of the seated area, the game will require you to recenter and sit down. Does The Secret of Retropolis cause motion sickness? You play The Secret of Retropolis in a stationary environment. The location will change around you. There is absolutely no in-game movement. Everything is done by point and clicking. When you do this, your super long robot arms will shoot out to interact with items from where you are. It is an interesting way of dealing with motion sickness and movement, so it should not cause any motion sick issues. The Secret of Retropolis is a throwback to old school point and click adventure games. It has a very unique art style to it. The characters and story are really quite witty and funny, and that makes the game for me. Unfortunately, it is a pretty short experience, but thankfully it's not very expensive. I do hope to see more from Peanut Button in the future. I give this a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.